Well, we did show a couple of people who weren't Jewish about Pesach. We did show them Pesach.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. And what did they think? They must think we're crazy.
Well, one of them was really interested in the Jewish religion, and so we just invited him along.
And what did they think about it?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Eleanor, what about you?
Sorry, I wasn't here for that, so I didn't hear that.
I was just asking how your Pesach was. Anything interesting that happened or funny?
Oh, well, it was really good. We hung out with my cousins for 2 nights, and we had dinner with my grandma, and then we had...
And who found the Afikoman?
Actually, my youngest cousin. So,
oh, very nice.
Yeah, and she's 6, so that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So,
excellent.
But yeah, it was most of the nights were pretty quiet.
Yeah.
One night we had matzo pizza, which was really good.
Yeah.
I love matzo pizza.
Dad was making a joke out of this is the bread of affliction. Our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. This is the wine of affliction that our ancestors drank in the land of Egypt. And on and on and on.
Hello, Stephen. I can see you've joined us as well. How was your Pesach, Stephen? You there? Maybe not. Okay, so, well, a bit about my Pesach. I was in Australia, so it was fun to be with my family as well. And we did a fun game with everybody where we had like a Pictionary. So we passed along different pictures that you had to kind of combine the pictures to understand something to do with Pesach. So we had one, I don't even remember all of them now. Oh, so my brother-in-law's middle name is Evan. So we had a picture, we wrote his name, his first name is Ariel, and then we did ... as in his middle name, and then we did a cross through it, and then we did a picture of a baker. Can you figure out what that would be?
Matzah?
Close. What exactly?
Leavened bread.
Unleavened bread. Excellent. Good one, guys.
Bread.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't exactly put the L in there. I think that confused some people. Anyway, but it was pretty fun. We had a good time. And it was just nice being with our family, and we're happy to be home in Israel. And speaking of Israel, Stephen, before that, Stephen, how was your Pesach?
It was very nice. Full of delicious chocolate-covered marshmallows and other treats. And family came down, and I got to lead the Seder this year.
Oh, wow. How was that for you?
It felt very good. I led last year as well, I'm glad that I can still read Hebrew. Not that I know what it all means, but
oh, well, I'm glad
it was very
too.
lovely having all the family over.
Fantastic. That's great.
I'll be right
so.
Everyone. Well, yours was in Australia.
Yeah.
Talk about it. How about yours, Eleanor and Ethan?
Oh, they just spoke about it. Yes, Eleanor?
I have to go for 1 minute. My dog is barking. I have to take her outside really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. So while Eleanor is taking her dog outside, why don't you see how many Israeli products you can list? You can write on the board here.
I don't know any.
Do you know? I think you do. We've spoken about a few in our classes. You have to rack your brains a bit to think about it.
The only thing I can remember was the foods.
Okay, so you can write down everything you can remember about the foods on the whiteboard.
We had a bunch of Israeli matzah.
Yeah, Israeli matzah.
Matzah?
Pretty good.
Matzah? What makes Israeli matzah different than
made in
any
Israel.
other matzah?
Good question.
Yeah.
And does it taste any different, or is it still tasteless cracker things?
Yeah, it
tastes like cracker, yes, but it feels better.
How does it feel better? It's still just matzah.
I like the taste of the Israeli matzah, the Yehuda matzahs. They're very good.
Does it taste different?
I think it's just the different companies have different ways of doing it. But did any of you see there was a video put out about how they make matzahs? It's a really complicated process because it all has to be done in 18 minutes.
18 minutes, otherwise it's not kosher for Passover.
Otherwise it rises. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
let's see. I can't see anyone writing anything on the board.
How can
Israeli products do you know and love?
So how can it rise if there's no
yeast?
Yeast, yeah.
I think it's just a natural combination. I mean, if you roll it flat and bake it, then it rises. Doesn't matter if there's yeast or not. It won't rise as much, but yeast makes it rise more, but it'll still rise a little bit. Okay, so we're writing over here, Eleanor, if you missed it. What are some Israeli products you know? You don't have to love them. Thank you, Ethan. What Israeli products do you know? We're going to try and write as many as we can on the board right now.
Great.
I remember some of the food ones.
Okay, so go ahead
like
and write them down.
But
we're writing them, okay? We're writing them down. Anything you can think of at the top of your mind, as many as you can think of. Ready, set, go. I'll give you 1.5 minutes. Think of everything you can. I'm putting on a timer now. I guess we'll say 1 minute from now because it's been half a minute.
I spelled beastly. I just remember that. Like the terrible snack.
Oh, I can't think of that many. I can't think of that many.
Well, I know there's a lot of electronics that are from Israel, but we don't exactly know.
Okay, so you can write that down too. Even if you don't know exactly what it is, write down what you think maybe. Okay.
No, that's
anything
the thing. I have
you
no
can
clue.
think of. So write down electronics with a question mark. It's pretty broad, but stuff. I wonder who wrote that. Okay. Peach grape juice. I've never heard of that.
It's grape juice with like some peach juice added in.
That sounds yum. Yeah, so
It's
think of things besides food as well. Oh, it's already been 1.5 minutes. So I guess.
Ways.
Oh, good one, Ethan.
What's Waze?
Oh, it's the best. It's a GPS.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
one of
go
the
ahead.
best GPS systems. My parents use it.
I just use my phone.
Yeah, it's an app that you can download to your phone, and in Israel in particular, it's really good because it also tells you where there's traffic and things like that. Eleanor, what were you going to say?
I was going to say I put down Israeli microphones, and they're like Shabbos-friendly microphones.
Oh.
I went to Baltimore with my mom to visit a rabbi he had moved out to Baltimore, and he was our old rabbi. So we went to go visit him, and at his synagogue they had Shabbos-friendly microphones.
I've never heard of that. That's so cool.
And apparently they were from Israel. So.
Very nice. So Shabbos microphones it is. Okay, I think we'll leave it at this. So far we haven't got so many Israeli products that we know or love. Okay, but now in this class we're going to expose you to a whole lot of things that you never knew came from Israel, but do come from Israel. We'll see. Maybe maybe there's not so many things that come from Israel. So first, before we start that, does anyone know what this date symbolizes? Yeah. Hey Be'iyar, the 5th of Iyar. The 5th of the Hebrew month of Iyar, which we are starting today. It's actually Rosh Chodesh, the first day of the month of Iyar.
But there's something special in Iyar, but I can't really remember what it is.
Okay.
Something special about each month, except for, what's the one after, what's the arrow?
Sorry? Okay. So what is special about this? Anyone know? Does anyone know what date it is? Today's the first day of the month. It turns out to be which day?
By day, do you mean Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
What day does the 5th of Iyar turn out to be?
Monday.
What's today's date?
Like a holiday or?
Well, tonight is going to be the 1st. So when is it going to be the 5th? Because the Hebrew date starts at night, right?
Oh, it would be on Wednesday.
Wednesday night, exactly. Wednesday night, Thursday is the 5th of Iyar. Do you know anything special happening that day?
Well, it's not Shabbat, 'cause that's on Friday.
That's true. Anything happening in your community?
I got a late start. I get to sleep in.
Okay.
5th
of Iyar. Well, let's give you a clue.
Oh, it's
Israel's birthday.
Yeah, Israel's
birthday. In other words?
It's Yom HaAtzmaut.
Yom HaAtzmaut.
Israel.
Yeah. Yom HaAtzmaut, the Day of Independence. It was the day in which the state of Israel was born. As a result of what? What happened that preceded it?
The British allowed us to have Israel. That's all I really know.
Not really the British.
It was I believe it was the UN, and in 1945 they declared that Israel is now a country.
1940?
See, originally Turkey had that piece of land, and they didn't want the Jews to have
1948.
Yeah.
To have it.
They still don't want the Jews to have it. In fact, I think all of its neighbors doesn't want Jews to have Israel.
You told us that Turkey was apparently allied with Israel.
During the did I?
I think you
So
did.
I said in the World War I, right? So before World War I, Turkey was in charge of Israel. It was still part of the Ottoman Empire, and then after World War I, the British took control of Israel. So the British were against Turkey. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that Turkey was an ally. Maybe I did by mistake. Sorry if I did.
No, now
we're
they're an ally.
Start learning about
Turkey's
World War II
better
and history.
Ah, very cool. Anyway, so this week, Wednesday night, is that we celebrate the how many years of independence?
See, I was in 3rd grade when it was 65, 70. Let's see.
You were not in 3rd grade when it was 65.
Unless
you're in 5th grade now.
Hey,
I'm in 10th grade.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, calculator. Wait,
so would it be 72?
Nope.
73.
67.
67, yes. 67 years, because it's since 1948.
No, it wasn't 65. It was 60.
Okay. So 67 years since Israel has been an independent state. And do you know how long before that it took until Israel became a state? In 1948, Israel became a Jewish state. Before that, Israel wasn't a Jewish state for how long? When was the last time Israel was a Jewish state before 1948?
2,000 years ago.
Long.
2,000 years ago. The Maccabees. Oh, who was doing that? Okay, great. So today, in celebration of the Independence Day this week, Yom HaAtzmaut, we are going to look at some amazing things that are happening in Israel today and really celebrate the beauty of Israel as it's called the Startup Nation. Now, Eleanor, you were in class last year, so you might remember that last year we did a little bit about the Startup Nation, but it's going to be a bit different this time. Sorry?
Wasn't I in the class last year?
No.
Not at this time. Yeah, but you were towards the end of the year when you joined.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do now is first I'm going to ask you a poll. So write your answer in the chat box. Which one do you think? And no talking to discuss it. Just write it in the box.
In the chat box?
Yep.
I don't know whether to. Interesting.
So do you want us to watch the video?
No video. That's Ethan's video that he put up.
Oh, never mind.
What is it a video of?
You can watch that in your own private time later. If it's appropriate.
That's literally the title of the video, and it's just a funny Passover video.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that, Ethan.
Really much of a learning experience.
Okay, so I can't see anyone's answers so far. Which do you think is the best, most accurate answer?
Do we have to send it to everyone?
Oh, and does everybody know what a startup is?
No.
To create something, an idea.
Okay, it's a company that is started from an idea, and that.
Send it to everyone, or can I send it to you?
Everyone. Which answer
Okay,
do you think is
how about everyone types down their answer and then submits it at the exact same time, or not?
Oh, well, everyone wrote the same answer. So you are all correct. Israel is in the top 5 countries. Oh, the average? No, Israel is in the top 5 countries in the world, which is crazy considering Israel is a really small country, both physically and population-wise.
I think he's trying to make a face with the glasses.
Oh,
Cool
okay.
guy.
Very cool. Okay, so it's really incredible. And you guys could only come up with how many things? Did we say 4 things or 5 things that were made in Israel? But here, I would like you to see how many more things are made in Israel that you didn't even know that affect so much of your life. So when you're looking at this, I'd like you to choose one thing that you think you were the most surprised about that was created in Israel. I'm just giving you the link now. Eleanor, you might have seen this last year, but I don't think you remember the answers, so it's always good as a refresher.
Probably not.
Okay, so I'm putting the link in the chat box.
Get to meet yourselves.
Yes, thank you for that reminder, Stephen. And yeah, enjoy watching the video and write down afterwards in the chat box one thing that really surprised you about the video. Go ahead.
In the chat box?
Yeah.
Hey, can we put down more than one?
Oh, yeah, for sure. As many as you think are interesting enough. So what did you guys think?
That was pretty cool.
It was. Did you think that so many things were made in Israel?
I knew a lot of stuff that came from Israel, or I knew a lot of stuff that's pretty cool came from Israel, but I didn't think it was that much.
It's pretty crazy. And it doesn't show any sign of calming down. There are so many Israeli companies that have sold to other big companies all over the world recently. I mean, Waze did a huge multi-billion-dollar, I think, was it with Google that they them? So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I do not like tomatoes.
No, but the fact that they made cherry tomato, or that they revolutionized cherry tomatoes in Israel is really cool.
It is pretty cool.
Still, I don't like, that doesn't change a thing. I still don't like tomatoes.
Okay.
Like
Great.
tomatoes.
So I can see you've seen, wow, you guys have seen lots of really interesting, surprising things that Israel was involved in, and not just in the world of technology, as we saw, also entertainment, agriculture, so many things to make the world a better place. And remember, we had that whole issue that we did on Tikkun Olam, on making the world a better place. Just from this one little country, we have done so much to improve the world, and it's really amazing to see. And the question that we can ask is why? Why is Israel, which is such a small country, which you wouldn't think would be so good at these things, why is Israel so good at these things? Why is Israel called the startup nation? What makes it the startup nation?
Because people think differently because they go through the military.
Great point.
People learn to think differently. People become those engineers and those people who think of these things, and then, you know, you have the cell phone and you have, you know, Power Rangers and the Kindle Fire and all of these things, which I think that's really, really cool.
Wait, so Ethan, you said the army is what makes it the startup nation. We'll discuss that in a second. Eleanor, I wasn't 100% sure what exactly you think makes Israel particularly so good for startups.
Well, I think that when they, as Ethan said, you know, after they're in the military, some of those people may or may not become engineers, or maybe they've never gone into the military. So, well, actually, no. Isn't it a law that everybody has to go through the military?
Yes, there's a 3-year required military draft.
Yeah, so then they would have had to go through the military.
3 for girls. Yeah.
So, so they would have had to do something else after the military, and a lot of those people. Oh, sorry, somebody's doing construction. Anyways, so some of those people become engineers, and they think of these really great things.
Okay.
Did you have to serve in the military? Did you have to serve in the military?
No, because I came to Israel when I was past the age of conscription already.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, there's also an option to do national service instead of military. But as you all know, I think my husband's in the Air Force, so yeah, he's there for a long time. He's been there since we moved to Israel, basically. So, but it's for permanent service. So,
I know someone who is the gun instructor.
Wow, that's really cool.
Who taught the new recruits how to aim and shoot, pretty much.
He must be a good, or he or she. He must be a pretty good shooter then. Okay, so what is it about the military that makes Israel such? Why? What does it do to you?
If I had my phone, I would show you.
Okay, what would you show?
My phone.
I don't understand.
I created the phone.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, what is it about the military that makes these people so innovative?
The military.
Yes.
They think differently than other people.
Okay. Why?
When you're in the military or the army, you kind of have to think differently because you're always trying to think of tactics to, you know, to win the war or whatever it is you're involved in. So after they take those skills and put them into something else, for example, engineering, then you come out with things like the cell phone.
Okay, so you've developed a set of skills over those years that you wouldn't have developed elsewhere. Yeah?
A lot of people in military tactics, they try to get to know their enemy so that they can think like their enemy and plan like their enemy.
Mm-hmm.
The friend of your
How does that
enemy
help
is your
them?
enemy.
How does that help them later to be innovative?
If you can think, no, it's not the friend of your enemy is your enemy, Stephen. It's if you can think like your enemy, you can sort of plan like your enemy and stop them from doing whatever they're doing.
I'm not serious about.
Okay, let's get on to what you were finishing saying, Ethan.
So, if you can figure out what your enemy is planning, then you can put a stop to it before it happens.
Okay, so how does that relate to startups?
I have no clue.
You still have to, but Ethan, you still have to think differently to do that, because then you're not thinking.
Okay, so it's thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, you can look at it from different angles if you can think like someone else.
Okay, and to make startups think of new ideas, you need to really think outside the box. Yep, definitely. Okay, so we've thought of a few different ideas. Keep that in mind as we move on to this, and then we'll discuss it a bit more afterwards, why we are. And the other question is also, what is it, Israelis or is it Jews? That's another question. So think about that. While we look now, I'm going to send you a link to a lino board about some entrepreneurs, some people who created their own innovations that really succeeded from Israel.
Yeah, I said entrepreneurs.
Maybe it's different in America. Okay. So I'm going to just send you the link now, if I can find it. Here it is. You're going to look at one or two of those innovations, but it's not just the innovation I want you to look at. I want you to look at also the person behind the innovation and see who that kind of a person is, how they became that way, and how they created that kind of innovation. And choose, what you're going to do after that is you're going to choose one of them and give them an award for excellence, and you have to explain why they get the award for excellence.
So we have to actually make the award?
Yeah, it's on a Google presentation, but first look at the lino. I'll give you about 5 minutes to look at the lino. You can look at least two of them if you have more time more. And then choose which one you're going to give the award to excellence to.
What's award
and I will give you award of excellence.
What's that?
Well, basically, you get to choose which one you think is the most deserving of an award.
No, what's an award of excellence?
It's an award. It's not a real award. We're saying as if there was an award for excellent entrepreneurs, or however you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
An award like...
Why do you think this person's innovation was the most innovative and the most important? Why? Choose one of these which you think is the most important for the world, for Israel.
I understand the task. I just don't exactly. So I'm sure it'll be explained on the Google presentation.
Yeah. First, look at the lino, look at the different innovations, and then I'll give you the link for the Google presentation. You know what? I'll even give it to you now already. And under the slide where it has your name, you can choose which one you want to give the award to, which of these innovators, and you have to explain why, and also put up a photo there, make it look pretty. Okay? Good? Everyone understands? Okay, Ethan and Stephen, have you also watched 2 videos? You ready to give your award? Okay, how are you guys going?
Really good.
Doing it good. So far, excellent. Eleanor's doing a great job. So Stephen, Ethan, you getting started on your award now? Here again is the link to the presentation. Let's see who you think is the most influential innovator. Okay, let's see how I'm going. Okay, you need to say why you think this person gets the award, not just give them the award.
I'm trying to find a picture of him first.
Okay, it's more important that you get the writing down. Once you get the picture can be the last thing you do.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Eleanor and Stephen, you're doing a great job. Ethan, you're getting started. I can see so far both Stephen and Eleanor have chosen the same innovator. I definitely agree that he is worthy of the award.
Across the Burnside Bridge.
Hi.
And the Broadway Bridge, and then back across the field.
So what his stuff that he got from the Berkeley people, they're going to do September 5, it says in Sunwood and
Ethan, is that your background noise?
what it indicated was
Yeah.
Now just put the mute button on while...
Southeast, that Sunwood.
There we go. Great. Okay, I'd like to see, anyone want to talk about the videos that they saw now? I think we're going to have to start finishing up.
Here, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so should I say who I chose, or what do I say? Okay, so I chose Danny Gold because the video that I saw two of them. One of them was this little handheld device. It was like a red metal type thing, and it sensed things on fruit and vegetables. But I thought Danny Gold was a little bit cooler because he created a missile that makes a dome type shape around the city and destroys any other missiles that are coming towards, the city before they can even reach the ground. And this is all happening in midair. So he went to the Israeli government and asked for money, and it took him 2 years to get it because they kept saying no. But eventually they spent the money, and I think they're happy with it. I mean, I would be.
I am very happy with it. I've seen it in progress. It's amazing. Stephen, what do you want to contribute? Oh, you're gone. Okay. And why do you think it's so impressive? Because it's safe, basically, in lots of Israelis. Eleanor?
Oh, sorry, say that again.
Oh, I said, why do you think he's so impressive?
Oh, he has created this amazing type, he's created this amazing creation that is protecting people and preventing deaths and harm to the city, and I think that's really cool because I don't exactly know how it would create that dome. I mean, the fact that it can sense things coming towards it is pretty amazing.
It is indeed.
So I don't know if that answered your question, but
yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I don't know where Ethan's gone, but basically I had a few different explanations here why Israel is the startup nation. So first of all, we had the military on the left-hand side, which we spoke about before. Then we also have the fact that Jews are very into learning, right? You see here, it's a page from the Gemara, from the Talmud. And if you're always learning, you want to learn new things, you want to find out new things, that's going to drive you. And you're going to, by learning more, you're going to try and, you're always going to get more knowledge, and then you're going to be able to use that knowledge for good purposes. Chutzpah, okay, where it says the definition there is actually the definition for chutzpah, that you need to have to make something new, you need to have some chutzpah in you. You need to be able to say, this is a good thing. He didn't give up after 2 years when the Israeli government said no. He kept on pushing. And then we have Tikkun Olam, which we spoke about, and also the fact that Israel has no choice. Israel has dry lands, and they need water, for example, and they have to find a creative way to find it. So when you don't have, necessity is the brainchild of creation, they say, okay? You need, if you don't have any other way, you have to find a solution. So those are a few different things. Now I just want to say, first of all, that this year there's always an Independence Day ceremony, and this year the people who have been chosen to light the torches at the Independence Day ceremony are people who have created things like the Iron Dome. So Danny Gold is one of them. People who created waves, all these people who did amazing innovations for Israel. So that's one thing. And then I also just want to show you, this is my car park today. I went outside and I saw they'd put up flags everywhere, all over the city. Everyone's houses, there are Israeli flags everywhere. That's my car. Wow. Everyone puts flags on their cars as well. It's really exciting to see. It's such a nice atmosphere. Everyone's excited for this Independence Day. We're still a young country, so everyone's really excited. There's lots of celebrations. People do a mangal. A mangal is a barbecue in the park, although the weather apparently is not supposed to be so good this year. And I just wanted to finish off by wishing you a Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, Chag Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Happy Independence Day. Hope you can celebrate in some way, whether it's eating falafel or just recognizing the amazing things that the State of Israel does and does for the Jewish people and for all of the world. So, yeah, have a great week. Chodesh Tov is also a good month because it's the beginning of the month, and Shavua Tov.
All right,
and
Shavua Tov.
We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Ethan.
Bye.
See you.